Hi everyone, I'm Dr. Bob and I've got another how-to video. This time it's going to be on how to do tiling in your dining room. I'm going to do it in the living room or the kitchen or the bathroom. I don't know how to do tiling in there. But tiling in the dining room. Now why tiling in the dining room? Well, why not? I mean, who puts carpeting in the dining room? So many places I've gone into the house and people have carpeting in the dining room, and babies. Okay, let's put the high chair for the baby. Let's put the high chair for the baby right there in the dining room on the carpet, and let's throw food on it. Well, all right, this doesn't make any sense to me. It needs to be tile or some sort of hard flooring, linoleum, I don't care what, something. Anyway. So, I watched a YouTube video on this, and they, from Home Depot, and it came from Home Depot, and they were pretty good, but they just don't cover everything. I mean, there's so much that I missed. This particular plan has been about a year in the works. And I mean, in the stages of thinking about it and figuring out what I wanted to do, and probably I spent the last month just going over this plan. I've had a few other projects going. If you've seen some of my other videos, there are some other projects going. So this one is just one of those that's sitting on the sidelines, and it's not gathering dust. I've been researching, and so there are some things here. For one thing, you can't buy this stuff in the store. Home Depot, Lowe's. If you want good tile, you're gonna have to go online and look for it. You can even go to tile places, I'm sure. But this is the Marola tile. I'm not going to say what the brand is, but I liked the pattern, and so this is what I got. Now, another part of this, of course, you have to have the right adhesive, and this is very critical. So one of the things that I had to do was to test this. This is terrazzo floors. And the thing is, I had to test this with sulfuric acid, and I found some sulfuric acid. And what it is that if you pour acid on it and it boils, that means it's a concrete or mortar-based mix. And so I did that. I got some sulfuric acid material, just with some lime away, and I poured it on, and sure enough it bubbled up, which says that it's a mortar base. So that means that I can use this stuff right here, which is made from mortar-based flooring. The floor really matters. What they tell you is what this stuff is, what type of tile it's good for. This is natural stone and large tile, but they don't say what kind of flooring it's for. On the back you can read through it, but the tile is important. The flooring is probably more important. And the reason I was concerned about it is, if you look around here, I've been scraping this place for the last 2 years to get all this stuff up. And this is all where the previous tile came up. Now, why would the previous tile come up? No, because it wasn't put in right. Either that or the flood really got it. But even a flood shouldn't pull the tile up. I mean, the house is flooded at one time. It got ruined. All the baseboards are gone. Somebody took up all the tiles. But unless their water got into this and ruined all the tiles, there's no reason to pull it up. So somebody put the wrong adhesive down, or it was carpeting, or the tiles have been down, somebody didn't like it, and they pulled it all up. Why would they pull it all up and leave this? That doesn't make any sense. I don't know. The other part of this is that I have a plan layout. I got this, this is contrasting material. And where this is going to go, let me lay this out how I'm going to have it looking. These are called a bull nose. And the reason it's a bull nose is that this side goes with the tile when you lay it in, and the other side goes out to a floor or flooring. So this is sort of an edge piece, so that you're not going straight out to the something else. I mean, you've got something here on the edge. And it's got a little bit of a, you can see it's got a little bit of a feathering, no, a drop off here, or an angle to it, so it doesn't just drop straight off. So it's made to be out. But this is also good for transitioning between tiles. So let me lay these out real quick and show you how all this is going to look. Okay, so I've laid out these bull nose pieces, and what you'll notice here is that they are very much transition pieces. You see, I've got one type of tile over here, and then on the other side of it, I wanted something to contrast the Marola, because this is ordinary regular tile over here. This is the cheap junk they put in rental homes, which I'm pretty sure this place used to be. Right now it's not a rental home, it's my home, so I want to put a little bit more style into it, something that I can live with, something that I want to live with, and something I can enjoy and appreciate. Here is another transition piece. This is the edge of the dining room. You can see this is a wood grain here, so it very much contrast. I could have gone with a solid, but I didn't know if I wanted a black or a gray or a brown or what. But this seems to do very nicely. So it has a good look to it. This, incidentally, is not how it's going to look when it's done. When it's done, it's probably going to get this little piece right here. This little corner out of here is going to cut off. You can see I've got a chip out of the corner here, so this definitely is not going to go in the middle. This is going to be, I'll make a cut here and a cut here to fit this piece in. I have several broken pieces, and they will get used to go in these corners here. Or they'll get used over here somewhere, obviously, because here's my center tile. Now, another thing that I'm having to consider is what to go with the adhesive. And with this particular adhesive, they don't say anything. They don't tell you. Incidentally, there's the shelving that I put up, and I've already got some nice dishes. Junk dishes, but they're dishes. So what they don't tell you is to mix it with this mortar admix. And you can mix it with water, but so many other people, I looked at the comments online and they said, don't cheap out, use the admix. So this increases bond strength and performance, improves water resistance, and it's recommended for use, ideal for mortar beds. So I'm going to say what I used to test this for mortar, and this is what I used. There's some lime away. Now, of course, I kept a water hose handy, and instead of doing this in the house, I did it outside here. So I did it right about here, And I just poured a little bit right there, and sure enough it fizzed. And that said, I've got a mortar-based terrazzo. I don't know what I'm going to do with this whole bottle of lime oil. I only use a few drops of it. Guess I can use that in the shower or something. And we had thunder again, so, which is always good. Now I'm going to mix this stuff outside. The thing that really kind of ticks me off is that 50-pound bag covers about 45 square feet, which means I'm not going to finish the job until I get another bag. However, this bag takes 6 quarts of water, or 6 quarts of admix, and that's a $20 bag. And the admix is not 6 quarts. It's 10 quarts. How did they know to do that? So now you have to buy a second one, because I know I'm not going to need a full bag to finish this job. It's less than 100 square feet over there. It's only about 9 by 9, about 80 square feet. So I'll need 2 bags. This is quite irritating. So anyway, I'll also need this guy here for mixing. I'll put this all in a bucket. I'll take it outside because they say it's dangerous to breathe that. Here are the tools, some of the tools I'm going to need. I'm going to need a sponge. I won't need this. Actually, I'm not going to need this until I do the other stuff. I won't need this until I do the grout. So the grout's not 2, 3, 4 days from now, because this stuff has to settle. It needs 2 or 3 days to harden and get strong when you put the adhesive down. So I may have to buy another can of that, can of that stupid bad mix, which is kind of irritating. You know, it's 2.5 gallons, which is 10 quarts. Why can't they make it 12 quarts and, you know, or sell it by the gallon, for crying out loud? I could buy 2 gallons instead of 2.5 or 3 gallons. So they don't sell it that way, which is quite irritating. They could, you know, do 6 quarts. What's wrong with doing 6 quarts instead of 10 quarts? Okay, well, I mean, 6 quarts would make it nice and easy to figure out, right? I mean, 6 quarts, oh, perfect. That mixed with 1 bag, 50-pound bag. But they don't, so. Alright. Then, let's prep. I think I will need some rags, a little bit of water, a water bucket for cleanup, and I'll need this tool, which, and this is a 1/2 inch because they use the 1/2 inch on the large tile. These are 18-inch tiles. They say 17 3/4 by 17 3/4, and if you use quarter inch spacers between them, which is what is recommended for this size tile, then you'll have 18 inches between centers, I guess is what they would call, between edges, edge to edge. Okay, so let's get everything together. I'm gonna pour out. The first step is going to be to gather everything that I'm going to use here, and I'm going to get some knee pads too, because I'm going to need some knee pads. Oh, neglected to indicate, and gloves. I need some gloves, some nitrile gloves. I have to be careful not to step on this because if I step on that the way it is, it could break it. The same one over here. I only laid these out to show how they're going to look. The other thing you're going to need is a cutter, a saw. I'm not going to need that today, but I bought this $99 saw, and it's sitting up here on the shelf, and it's a water saw, so it's a wet saw, so it'll stay nice and lubricated while it cuts. But I'm not going to get that out until I'm ready to cut. And right now I'm going to lay down basically about 16 tiles, because I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 this way, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 this way. And then after that I might do some cutting today or this afternoon, but the first thing I'm going to do is lay down the center square. And if I can, I'm going to lay some of these guys down too. And I was debating whether to put these in first or wait until after I figure out where my cuts are going to be. But I think it's not going to make a lot of difference. I think I'm going to need to put these in ahead of time. I mean, they're going to have a specific place that they need to be. Maybe I'll put them in after I get my center piece done. This will be 16 tiles. I ordered 40 tiles, and I should need 36. If I need more, I've got 10 more over here in a big box that I accidentally ordered because of the broken pieces over there. But turns out I can use these broken pieces. So I'll probably use these broken pieces, and if I don't need past the 40, then I'll send the other 10 back. Thanks for watching my program.